Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a Keelgottime video, and today, because Keel's got some time, we're going to be reacting to the hidden struggles Black Brits go through. Without any further ado, man, make it go.
Well, as a black person, I definitely don't fit. I don't feel like I belong. I feel like an immigrant, basically, even though I was born here.
I don't think as a black man I'm ever good.
Quickly, before we start, I reacted to a video talking about Black Brits versus Black Americans, and well, that whole video basically, because I got this new camera and new mic, I was trying to set it up, and the mic was just echoing because the mic was on two different softwares, so it was just echoing. So all them, I recorded like 10 videos, all had to be fucking scrapped. Pissed. But yeah, so some of the points I imagine are going to be the same. So yeah, let's just see.
To be entirely safe in the United Kingdom, just because this country isn't designed to put my safety as a priority.
When you are black and you have been on the receiving end of racism, of prejudice, you can't help but wonder, are people treating you a particular way because you are black? No.
You can't be black and confident in England because you're automatically seen as cocky. The way that the British framework is laid out is that you have to be meek and mild to be awarded certain opportunities.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Well, as a black person, I definitely don't fit. I don't feel like I belong. I feel like an immigrant, basically, even though I was born here. I tell you that much.
What do you think are certain things that have contributed to that feeling?
The way I'm treated, job.
Goes on, man, the racism, man, but it's very political, the way they go about it.
This is being a black person in this country. It's just my personal experience on a day-to-day, how people treat you, how people look at you on the train, on the bus. You know, definitely work is a big contributor to that you're on outside.
Do you feel safe as a black man in the UK?
Short answer, no. I think this is just my belief. I don't think as a black man I'm ever going to be entirely safe in the United Kingdom, just because this country isn't designed to put my safety as a priority. That's just...
Well, yeah. It is England. It's just not made for us. But one of the points in the other video, it said that what Americans do is when they're seeing a black person, they're like, cool, he's black, she's black, you're black, you're black, you're black, you're black, we're all black. Whereas what black people in the UK do is, oh, I'm Nigerian, I'm Jamaican, I'm Ghanaian, I'm Ethiopian. Like, it's not, oh, we're black, it's, I'm from this part of the world. Whereas Americans don't tend to do that. They're just like, oh yeah, we're black, we're black, we're black, we're, you know, black Americans, African Americans. So I was like, damn, that is very true. That is very, very true, that over here it is only from what part of the world you're from or your family's from. That's what you announce that you are, instead of just, you know, the race as a whole. And I was like, I wonder if we done it how the Americans done it, would there be like such a different feel in sense of community when it comes to blackness in the UK? Damn, I felt smart, like seamlessly saying that.
If I'm not white and I want to live here, I just have to be very aware of that. So for me, I don't expect the environment to make me feel safe, because the environment wasn't designed with me in mind. So I kind of carry my own sense of safety as my own responsibility. So yeah, I will roam the streets, I will go out late at night. I don't feel fear, but I don't feel safe.
Here's the thing about being black and living in a white country, or any country where you're not the majority. I was on the train today and there was an older lady and she was struggling to move through the carriage. So she's wobbling a little bit. She has a walking stick. She's quite old and she falls on me at one point almost, you know, kind of grabbing my arm. So she gets to the part of the train where she wants to go through the carriage. So she's pressing the button and I look around and I don't see anyone helping her. So I get up from my chair and I'm like, oh, let me go give her some help. But I clearly do not travel on trains enough because whilst the first door opened, I couldn't get the second door to open. And somebody said, oh, you need to move the sensor. At which point I then go in and it opens. I then offer my hand to help.
You need to move the sensor. I've never heard that on a train. I thought you just press the button and the door opens. I never heard that. I don't know what train she took.
Her because it's a little bit unstable on
Definitely wasn't the cross country.
The train, and she doesn't take it. I don't think that she spoke English very well, or at least it didn't seem that she wanted to speak to me. So I then said to her, if it's easier, you could take my seat if you wanted. She didn't reply. And then I kind of took that as my cue to you know, give her some space. She turns around, walks past me and hisses at me, like literally hisses at me. And granted, this might be just an older lady who maybe she was offended. Maybe she was offended because I was trying to help her. I've offered people a seat on the bus before and they've kind of snapped at me and said I'm not that old. So maybe she felt that I was implying that she couldn't do it on her own, or maybe she was just having a bad day, or maybe she was racist and didn't like the fact that I was helping her. My point is that I am not saying that she definitely had to have held prejudices. What I'm saying is that when you are black and you have been on the receiving end of racism, of prejudice, you can't help but wonder, are people treating you a particular way because you are black? Now, when you live in a country that is majority black, like Jamaica, where I'm from, of course we have stupid people. Of course we have mean people. Not everybody is nice. But my point is, when you have interactions with people who treat you badly, you kind of just brush it off and you're like, them just fool, and you get to keep it moving. And this idea that you get to keep it moving without internalizing it, without overthinking, without adding layers, that is a privilege that I think many people, if you are not in the minority, you might not understand. And I just wanted to share that sometimes it is the little things that we experience that then have you like having mind games in your head that is really, really more than inconvenient, let's say. So
I went through a little experience like this. It wasn't that with some old lady on the train. No, it wasn't that. And to answer her question, she was most definitely just a racist.
Damn.
Oh yeah, she was gonna head this fucking nigga. That's what she was thinking. But when I used to go, it wasn't school, it was college because I was by myself. When I used to get up, go college in the morning, I used to take the bus, obviously. Too young to drive or anything. And nobody would sit next to me on the bus. It was a single-decker bus. Nobody would sit next to me unless, like, they really, really want to sit down. Like, unless all the seats are taken, hella people standing up, they really can't be bothered to stand up, then they come and sit by me. Now, I didn't actually mind it because I like the space. Like, yeah, nigga, don't sit next to me. But after college and after I stopped catching buses and shit, I was that deep in it. I was like, wait, hold up. Them niggas were racist. It's not like I stunk. You know, I'm taking a shower every time before I leave the crib. So yeah, crazy, bro.
I'm not saying this woman was racist or prejudiced or any of the above. What I am saying is that unfortunately it is something that crosses my mind because I can't think why else would you hiss at me when I'm just trying to help you.
She's racist, honey. It's okay.
This country does not like seeing confident black women succeed. There is something in the water in the United Kingdom about seeing a black British woman be confident, be bold, dynamic and vibrant, know who she is, own who she is, that really upsets people. I feel like this is why a lot of black British women end up either leaving the country or they've got one step in, one step out. And before all the strain, you know, there's going to be some weird, I'm sure there are people who argue and dismiss what I'm saying, but think about the most successful black women that you know who are doing really, really well and how the kind of conversations, even if they're here, look, many of us, because I can classify myself as quite a confident black woman, many of us have similar conversations over and over again, and it's about how we're treated, how we're undermined, how we're disrespected, dishonored, the language around us, our treatment, the things that are done to intentionally chip away at our confidence so that we stop believing in who we are, believing in our own source. And it is really, I don't even want to say, the usual thing of we've got to leave the country, we've got to go to America, we've got to go to, the Caribbean or West Africa, or Nigeria or Ghana, South Africa. I don't want to even say that. I want to say stay. I want us to stay. We need to stay, because if we don't stay, there's no community. Like, what happens if we all leave? And I know obviously there'll be a whole bunch of weirdos who'll be celebrating if we leave. Anyway, but for many of us, this is home. And so what does home look like? Home looks like a place of safety. And so we've got to find ways of ensuring that we appreciate each other, support each other, create safe spaces for each other, encourage each other. When we're having these kind of conversations.
Telling you, bro, there's like no unity over here. There's no unity, and I feel there's not enough of us for there to be a... Alright, because I've done said this in all the previous videos. There's no, like, America, you got hoods and shit. You have black areas, like black cities, like Atlanta, flipping parts of Chicago. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. All of that, you have black areas, but over here, you only have white areas and Asian areas. You don't have, and that's South and East Asian areas. You don't have black. Sorry, brain fog. You don't have black areas over here. It's just black people sprinkled around the place. So yeah, it's kind of tough, man. But let's continue.
Notice, particularly in our own circles, right? And I'm not even talking about celebrity situations where black British women celebrities have had to go or leave the country. I'm talking about here, now. We've got to keep encouraging each other. We've got to keep hyping each other as much as possible. We've got to acknowledge and just recognize when we see each other, that we are of value. And, for those of us who want to stay, we can continue to grow and thrive. More than just survive, we can grow and thrive and be confident. And there's nothing wrong with that confidence. Even if there is something in the water in this country that just upsets people when they see a confident black woman, it just gets them. It gets them going. I laugh because it's like, we're here. It is what it is. We're here.
You can't be black and confident in England because you're automatically seen as cocky. The way that the British framework is laid out is that you have to be meek and mild to be awarded certain opportunities. A friend of mine in America was asking why a certain football player gets a bad rap. And I said it's because he's black and confident.
So who are you? And what opportunities do you want to be given to you? That is my question. Because you can be black and confident in the UK, absolutely. Don't believe that. You can most definitely be black and confident and make something work for yourself. I'm sure every single black UK rapper, every single black UK singer, artist, flipping musician, or I don't know, whatever else, people, a comedian, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure they were all confident, right? And they made something for themselves. So, yeah, I just think she's wrong on this one.
It's because he's got a black mum, but we'll save that conversation for another day. The thing is, if you are unapologetically black, you speak on black issues, British media sees that as being a bit of a troublemaker. You're stirring the pot and they're uncomfortable. So they'll use buzzwords to describe.
Okay, so she's talking about like black activism and stuff. Then yeah, you're gonna get hated on. You're gonna get hated on, bro. This is England. It's not land of the black man. Sorry, not to sound like a Oreo or like a Bounty or a coconut, but this is England. This is white man land. So I get we do want to be heard and everything, and you know we should be heard. We still need to push for that, but yeah, it's gonna take a while, darling. It's gonna take a long while.
Credit you and make sure that your reputation is on the floor. They'll say that you're hot-tempered. They'll say that you're raw talent as a way of discrediting all the hard work you've done, and will use words like, oh, a troublemaker. What does that even mean? Unless you are smiling from cheek to cheek, you are laughing at all the jokes, and you make sure to point out on every occasion possible that you are so grateful to be here, to be allowed in these spaces, then you are seen as cocky, and cocky people can't be rewarded. You can't build legacy on that. That's England.
Talking about feeling uncomfortable as a black person in England and seeing so many races jump out has been so interesting to me. If I wanted to talk about the racism that I experienced in England, we would be here all day. I didn't talk about being spat at by people. I didn't talk about all the slurs I've been called. I didn't talk about the people coming to my house with knives and bricks because there were black people in the house. I didn't talk about not being able to play in the park because we were black and they told us that what are we doing here? We can't play in the park because we're black. I didn't talk about moving to a...
Bro, shit like that did used to happen. Nah, she's just unlocking memories. Oh, that's bad. Shit like that did used to happen. Yeah, kids are cruel, bro. I remember me and my sister coming back from the corner shop one. Some fat white kid gonna stop us and call us a monkey. I said, sorry, let's just go. It ain't even worth it, bro. It ain't even worth it. We should have jumped that kid, but you could tell he was scared too. He was standing in his doorway, and like we was outside of the front garden. Even like we're not even in his garden or the gates closed and everything. Bro, standing from his doorway talking about some you monkeys, bro.
predominantly white school, from always being in top sets and having amazing grades, and the teachers putting me in the bottom sets because they didn't believe that the results that I got from my exams were my real results, even though they received them from the school. I didn't talk about all of the friends that I've had over the years who have invited me into their homes knowing full well that their parents are racist, their grandparents are racist, their aunts and uncles are racist, and expect me to sit down around dinner tables or around sofas where people are making racist jokes or picking me apart because I'm clearly different, although I'm British, and people wonder why I don't feel comfortable. I could go on for days. I didn't talk about all the times I've been told that I'm pretty for a black girl, as if it's rare. I didn't talk about all the times that I was told that I was one of the ones that they liked. I'm British, right? So if I'm British, I should have the same British experience as everyone else. I am not the one who has made myself different. I have been reminded my whole lifetime, and this is just touching the surface. This is literally nothing to what I've really experienced in this country. At no point did I say I don't like white people. I said I don't like England.
Apparently you can go from 0 to...
Wow. No, she I mean, yeah, I guess she got a valid point still. But as I said in previous videos, like racism did not end that long ago. So yeah, these type of issues, they're not gonna go away anytime soon. That's what I think anyway. But with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. 2 videos dropping every single day. So make sure you put it tomorrow. I'll see you then. Peace, love, and prosperity. I'm gone.